All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books. Part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips is joining us. Believe it or not, shocker that Zach's going to join us here on a Friday. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get to our questions, concerns, comments, before we give you some more best bets as far as Week 12 college football, before we get into all that, let me remind everybody that we are indeed sponsored by FanDuel, and you can make every moment more this college football season with a win on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Love FanDuel. In fact, my main man right there, Mr. Joey Knish, just got us hooked up with one of their Game of the Year lines coming up in a couple of weeks. That's one of the many reasons why we like FanDuel. They're first to post these numbers. We like to take advantage of it. A couple of big games next week I personally took advantage of. Love FanDuel, right? And right now, all customers can get a profit boost every single college football game day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. And we got some, a big time game coming up for Tennessee, Georgia, and customers can get a 50% profit boost token to use on any bet in the game. And you can use it on spreads, live bets, totals, so much more. A lot to get into on that game as far as obviously maybe the prop markets, maybe some team totals, spread and totals. But if you need that profit boost token, make sure you're checking out FanDuel. And you can visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer: you must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/help.com. Knish, how was your week, buddy?
Good. You know what? Can't complain. Good slate of MACtion this week. You know what? Ready to go. And just speaking of, I was you said it in the lead. Just left our favorite sportsbook over there, FanDuel, a minute ago. So literally walked in the door. Zach Phillips, trolling me. Saying, "Are you going to be on time?" So, and yes, I tell you what, the Tyson Lions parlay was a popular one tonight at people there. And I shouldn't have buried the lead anymore. Thought BP, any thoughts on Tyson Paul tonight? Fight of the century?
Probably won't watch it. I'll be watching football.
Yeah, you know what?
Jake Paul's the bet, right?
Apparently that I know some sharp groups and stuff on Paul Square. This one to me is not I wouldn't put this in there was a tweet the other day in the Mayweather McGregor category, free money, because this is more of a I'll give the Paul brothers this. They are very good at entertaining and hype and all that stuff. So yeah,
what about round number over? I've heard over.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they go to like a draw, was it a draw or whatever, and make it like an exhibition. I don't know.
FanDuel is they got a bunch of stuff on this. Bunch of places have it. So where does round betting? Will the fight go the distance? How many rounds is this?
Looks like 8.
Yeah, is it 8? It's 8, and I think it's only 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, I bet it goes the distance then.
So yeah, I kind of lean that way as well.
Zach, can you pull that back up? Will the fight go the distance? Oh, scroll down, buddy. See it?
Yeah. Yes, plus 150.
Yeah, I would lean that way. No, doesn't feel like. I don't know. I don't know anything. I would bet Paul minus 270.
14-ounce gloves, the 8 2-minute rounds. I mean, it's really set up to, get some. Probably set up to go whatever way. Set up to get them another fight. I'm sure with the hype on this one, there'll probably be a trilogy here, Tyson Paul. So with that said, yeah, I don't love either. Again, a little cop out, but I don't love either side on the money line. Some sharp people are betting Paul though, so take that for what it's worth.
I agree. I would be much more inclined to lay in the 270 there at our friends at FanDuel. Got any thoughts on what you saw in MACtion or anything the past few days?
I mean, I still think we have a ticket on the best team in the MAC. So I get that it's not an easy stretch. But Ball State next week, who I will say their offense, that it's a fun offense. That was a great game, that Ball State Buffalo game. But yeah, Bowling Green. I mean, the slow, torturous.
They'll smash Ball State.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. You don't have to sell. And then the big game, Miami, Ohio.
That's the big game.
Yeah, that to go to the MAC championship.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I will, man. Ohio, then not Miami, Ohio, just regular Ohio. This is one of the more shocking steps nobody's talking about is like the Ohio Bobcats team loses their entire team. Their prediction, and then they're probably going to be in the MAC title game.
Yes, they still got Toledo. I hope they beat Toledo for as far as a win total goes, but Tim Albin's doing a really good job there. They're off back-to-back 10-win seasons. You're right. They lost almost everybody. I mean, the other teams that lost almost everybody, Michigan, Washington, teams like that, you've seen them regress. Hell, Ohio stayed the same. They're just as good as what they were last year. A lot of money on them, too. I took a flyer with Eastern. Oof, that was ugly on the other night.
So all right. It's looking like basically.
Hey, who was part of the? I gotta ask you. Were you part of this East Carolina money yesterday? What was that? Up to 16 and a half?
No. I mean, I could see it early. I know we talked about it on Monday's show. Yeah. Like if it opened, you got some 11 or 12 on open, but it was blowing through 14 there. So there were some 15s. So yeah, that was a little wild.
16 and a half at some spots.
Did it really get up that?
Yeah, that's when it closed. Yeah, I don't know. They were betting like they knew the final. That was unbelievable. But yeah, I'm glad that one came through. All right, let's get to the chat.
Yeah, it'll look like last week of the season will be Miami, Ohio versus Bowling Green. Winner gets in. Ohio versus Toledo. Toledo winner gets in. So kind of a little.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
I think Northern Illinois is still a pesky team in there too.
I tell you what. For a team of three, like, I don't think they can get in with a third loss.
Yeah, but they're still – they play up to their capabilities. They're capable of beating anybody.
Totally agree.
They got a freshman running back because Brown's hurt, but this freshman, number 22 that came in, he can run. They got some talent. Let's get to the chat. Stars of the show. Cam starts it off with a super chat, $4.99. Cam, make sure you get a question in there, bud. But we appreciate the $4.99.
Yeah, Cam, run it back, baby. Just give us, don't just, we'll give us we love the super chat, but whatever you want to hear, we'll get you for the super chat.
Ryan Booth, new member. We appreciate you, Ryan. Aaron Schoenfeld. Make sure that I say that right, bud. So make sure you correct me in the chat. $9.99 super chat. We appreciate that, Aaron. Feels like Fridays have been very good to us. You guys still leaning UTSA and Houston's way tonight? Yeah, I do. That's where I'm at on both games. Old Tout Service gave out Houston.
What was that last one? I missed you.
Tout Service gave out Houston.
Okay.
You don't like it as much.
Joey K's got he's got a little Joey little bit of a weird feeling, Joey weird feeling on that Houston Arizona game.
Why? Like, what? Give me the weird feeling.
I'm a little concerned about if Arizona gets the offense right. That I don't know if Houston can keep up with that, and so I know it's been a little bit. Again, Arizona coming like a long layoff now. They're living.
What is the one game where you can point to Arizona?
It's been bad. I know it's
every game's been bad. They covered one game, and that doesn't look like nothing now against Utah. So I don't know, man.
All right, it's just, you know what? I don't even have a great concrete argument for it. Just one of those little bit of a weird feeling on a Friday night.
Feeling, all right.
It
wasn't a big play, but it was. I think Houston wins, and a little bit of a hedge for me because I got that damn win total on Houston that I think can go down tonight. I can't believe that they're going to cash that. Oof. Anything? UTSA took some money. Tent's a part of that. Tent's a part of Houston tonight. I agree with the UTSA move. Anything in the other games? I kind of lean UCLA, but. Lean over in the Wyoming. I see that over finally took some money there in Wyoming, Colorado State. I lean that way. Did you do anything else?
Nothing. I agree. I do agree with that over move.
Yeah, because it got down to like 45.5. I mean, Wyoming's offense is much better than what it was at the start of the season.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna where you at 46.5.
We want to best bet it? Do we even? I don't even think we have anything for tonight. Do we?
I don't
You
think
want
so
to best
either.
bet it? 46.5?
I'm in at 46.5.
Let's do it. I don't think there isn't any weather. So.
Did you play
Yeah.
anything in the one of my guys played the small Howard
Small
ad.
bet on the dog, Howard, plus 17.5. I see
Yeah.
it hit right after. I have one book where if I bet it a little too much, you get the Steam report. It's just me betting.
Once the Steam report hits the screen,
I got to be real careful. And it started rolling right after I did it, but I did bet a little Howard. I wouldn't bet it. Would I bet it now at 14.5? I'd lean that way at 14.5, but
Denny, you know what? We didn't really UCLA Washington. I didn't.
Yeah, I lean UCLA.
I kind of lean that way. I'm still on the I am. I'm still leaning that way. I don't feel the need to get off the UCLA train at this moment.
4.5. I think that's worth a pizza bet, and I don't mean the $5 hot and ready either. So
yeah, get a coal fired New York style, baby.
Yeah, I don't mind that 4.5. I think they're live tonight, to be honest with you. I like their current form. I mean, they've covered 6 of their last 7. The only non-cover was a closing line where many people bet into it, where you covered the opener. That was a Minnesota game. So yeah, offense, defense. I don't like Washington. Yeah. We want to best bet it or no? Nah, we're
it's a little thin for me on the best bet.
All right. So we got Colorado State tonight, over. Fridays have been pretty good to us. So, and a lot of the Friday stuff we had's been good to us. Friday's been that sweet spot, believe it or not, in the week this year, in my opinion. Another super chat. Say what again? $1.99. He can the dollar menu at McDonald's for old Zach to take out his woman tonight. Have Gabriel at 16-1, Heisman hedge, Hunter, or ride it out.
Don't hedge yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Gabriel has got it's the layup line until the Big Ten championship game, where Hunter has a few losable games. I mean, Kansas next week, they're going to be a very short fave, and Kansas is rolling. So it's also more likely, you can have a nominal game from Hunter. And so don't do it just yet. Not saying don't do it, but don't do it just yet.
Agree with exactly that thought process. Too early yet. It's become a flavor of the month. So let's wait. Yeah, there's still a pathway. Gabriel has a huge game, and they beat the Buckeyes again.
I agree. If they beat, and I'll say it this way, not to throw out, I know the 10's going to be texting me here. If he beats Ohio State twice in the same season, I think, and goes undefeated, I think he should win, regardless of that.
Well, 10's got Gabriel too, so he'll probably be happy.
For sure. But I know he wants to, celebrate the victory lap.
He wants to milk it out.
Some people might have, disagreed with that on certain shows.
Fabulous one in the chat. NFL question: Lions good at 13.5. Also, if Tyler Warren were dating Taylor Swift, you'd be all in on his Mackey Award campaign.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Fab, because what does Harold Fanning do when we clip it up and we put it out there? Oh, he just goes off for, on 142 touchdowns to lead the country, not tight ends, lead all players in receiving yards. I looked at the Mackey. There's like a 12-man vote. I tell you what, if he doesn't win it, there's going to be some strong worded.
He's not winning it. I know that Mackey committee. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
They're one of the least capable committees that
Lee Corso's on it.
I'm just being honest.
Does Lee Corso even know where he's at?
Yeah, I was on that committee, or at least talked to them people.
I saw your old boy still on it.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes.
I'm worried too. I know.
I'm just letting you know I don't have high hopes.
He's going to have the greatest season in the history of the FBS for tight end and not win.
Yeah. What about the Lions this week?
I agree. Jacksonville has been miserable. There's actually a few 14s popping out there. I can't. just NFL wise, like laying 2 touchdowns in an NFL game.
The last 10 years, the double-digit favorites in the NFL are 58%.
That's what I was getting, like. I'm not running to the window to jam Jack. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I get a 14.5, I might actually be in a
Yeah, I hear you. Doctor was in on Jackson.
I mean, come on. You like. I like this. I think they're the best team in the NFC. All that, but you get over 14 and stuff. I don't even think Jacksonville's a complete disaster either. So it's Mac Jones this week too, right? Like Lawrence is ruled out officially.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I would need 14.5.
545 viewers, 140 likes. Hit the like button. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, though. Like and subscribe. Charles in the chat. Knish, that guy who came up to you at the casino was wrong. This is the only chance you will have to parlay Tyson with the Lions Super Bowl and Leafs Stanley Cup, baby. All three won't win. Don't do this.
Yeah, and there's the Leafs podcast, baby. The Leafs, is this the year? It's only been, Zach, what's the drought at now? I'm sure you know it.
Since 1967.
Wow.
67 for the Leafs, 57 for the Lions. They both end in 2024.
Let's do it together, Knish. Come on.
Yeah,
and Notre Dame to the playoffs, and we make a push.
There it is. Parlay it. I like that better than Tyson Moneyline. Leafs, Irish, and Lions to bring it home.
Yeah.
I might have to throw like $50 on that just in case it happens. Now that
that would be fun. That's the thing. We talk sometimes and don't even bet it. Like I talked Lamar Jackson on a show 10 years ago about he's the best Heisman value bet 100-1. I never bet it. What an idiot! I'm such an idiot. This is before I was like seriously betting, but I just give me a Heisman long shot. Yeah, Lamar Jackson 100-1. That looks good. Had a big bowl game. I like that kid. Never bet it. What an idiot! Fabulous one. ODU taking steam, JMU and play at -2.5. Nah, I watched some film on ODU. I like that Joseph kid is his name at quarterback, number 2.
Yeah,
I like what I've seen there.
I agree. I think they're very live in that game. Not really looking to play on JMU this week.
Yeah, Ryan in the chat, take the 28.5 with Northwestern or just play Moneyline. 28.5 is a pizza bet for me. I didn't bet it yet, but I can only lean that way.
Yeah,
low total. Here. No, no motivation for margin with the Buckeyes with them big games on deck.
Yeah, and I like Northwestern can kind of ugly it up a little more. Like I know they're better at. I like that bet better than last week. Ohio State going up against Purdue, who's a corpse, and their defense is being run at Northwestern too.
Wrigley. It's at Wrigley Field.
Oh yeah. I was gonna. I haven't checked the weather report for that one officially.
It's not terrible. I don't think.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's getting bet like it's terrible. It's not on the lake like the other games. So I mean,
I saw Ohio State Twitter going crazy this week about how many times they've been on Big Noon, and people absolutely sick of this like Fox deal already, and that they've been on Big Noon like 6 times, and now they're playing at a baseball stadium. There's no locker rooms at half. Everyone, they just got to gather like in the dugout on the side of the field because there's no locker room. Like, listen, we don't have to go down the old like college football old men here, but I tell you what, some of the stuff that I don't blame them. If I'm going to the game, I don't want to be a Big Noon game.
Yeah, 3:30 is probably the best. Actually, I'm real old school. I think like 2:30 like is maybe the best, especially after the time change and stuff. 1:30 or 2:30 would probably be. But I understand. I mean, it's every week that they're on that. I understand why the networks are doing it. I mean, Ohio State brings in an audience.
Yeah, I agree. Action sport. Too bad it's not on the lake. If I was Northwestern, I know they got that. I would put the stadium. It'd be like that island in Dubai where I'd put the stadium like into the water, so it'd be absolute like we would. So no team could ever pass in this stadium again. We'd be running I-form, old school, at like 60 mile per hour wind gusts every week. Like they should be 100% leaning into that.
Well, they are for one more year. Then they got the new stadium. Nicholas Lynn, another super chat. We appreciate you, Nicholas. $5. Louisville -20.5. Tulane -7. Coastal +9. Thanks, fellas, for the free knowledge. Tyson by knockout, by the way. Out of the three, I would say Tulane -7 would be my favorite.
Yep, I would agree on that. Of those three, Coastal.
I lean that way.
Yeah, I'd lean that way too. But man, their defense when it goes bad can really start giving it up. And I haven't gotten involved. I tell you what, I'd honestly actually be a little bit up. If I see a 21, I'm probably gonna take a little tree.
Really? I think you'll see it. So wait.
Okay. All right.
Wait for tomorrow for that. Action Sports Central can there we go, 20.5. Zach. Good job, Zach. Look at Zach. Boom,
Yeah, he's
bang.
flying. He's back.
We missed him. Hey, can we look at our best bets real quick? What we gave out. Am I seeing double here? I'm okay with it. The one that got put in twice. But can we look at our best bets on the show? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you double. This old tout Matt double pop the best bet of the 2x.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I love it at 2x. Now listen, we could,
Yeah.
a good touchdown of CLV here.
Although
yeah.
I don't want to pop the balloon. Looks like a lot of these damn kids are still playing this week. They got like 10. They got like 10 or 12 starters in the portal, like 20 some guys now, and like 10 of them are starters. But it looks like a lot of them are still going to play. So keep that in mind. But yeah, we got a lot of CLV there on Sam Houston. That was supposed to be, I think, Clemson.
I'll look
right?
into the double.
Oh, I'm okay with it being done. We'll double it up. It was supposed to be Clemson though, right? Remember that got missed, right?
Oh yeah. Clemson 9.5 was the one that Jacob, who's now on suspension for missing it, didn't get in. So, and that
he could be totally redeem yourself if if he put in that Sam Houston, if that covers twice, then he's okay.
Yeah, Zach, pull up the Clemson line now. Clemson 9.5. Jacob too slow the trigger. Just I haven't seen it. I'm just curious. What's that Clemson line at now? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you're wondering why you don't see Jacob on the show anymore, there you go.
Got to be quick. This ain't the other shows.
I would expect that from Jason, not Jacob. If it was Jason, I would expect, I could see him not even knowing how to work, FanDuel. But Jacob, I'm very disappointed.
Action Sports Central. Can South Florida pull it together and beat lowly Charlotte? I think Charlotte's probably the sharper side this week.
Me too. I'm out on South Florida this year. And I think Charlotte off a little break, a little bit healthier. They finally got some quarterback stability. Hint. I think they might be live in that game.
Now, South Florida was a piece of crap last week against Navy, but rewatching that game, they didn't move the football. I think they had like 5 possessions in Navy territory, result in 0 points. So keep that in mind. I think it's more. Let's back Tulane this week against Navy. Garrett in the chat. I want to be on Tulane. Speaking of Tulane, but laying a touchdown on the road scares me a little. What do you gentlemen think? I think Tulane is the sharp side there. Are we best betting it or no?
I agree. As long I wouldn't. 7 is definitely the cutoff though. So I think
we got 7. Let's see what we got here.
I think it's 7.5 at FanDuel. Yeah.
No,
but
not laying 7.5.
Yeah.
Cam in the chat, speaking of 7.5, ASU is down to 7.5. Dilly. What's more about Scattaboo? Even though I like Dillingham. I don't know. If that approached 6.5, 7, I want Kansas State.
Yeah, I think the opportunity to bet Arizona State's is gone. So I wouldn't get involved in that now. So yeah, I'm same of you. If it gets under a touchdown, then I'd be interested in the other side.
Derek, are we hedging Houston under 4.5 wins tonight? Yeah, that's kind of what I did with my tout service pick. But Knish likes Arizona tonight. I like Houston. Toma 888 needs some Joey pucks. OTT tilted my last Saturday to a positive. Wife finally stopped touching me like I was a hot stove. Oh wow!
It was 4 goals in the third. We had under 6.5 in the Oilers game. 4 goals in the third to take it to OT. That 3-3 to then lose at 7. And I will have. What do we got? I haven't gotten the overnight Joey puck report yet. So let me.
All right, we got a half hour or so.
Yeah. I just hit the guy
Joey
up.
Bucks at the end. We appreciate that super chat. Evan Newberger, $1.99 super chat. Any thoughts on Rutgers, Maryland under 51? I am more towards the lean on Rutgers. Yeah, where you at on that one?
I was just saying, I thought I saw just that get hit on the screen. Maybe I was looking at the wrong game. That did get hit at so it's up to 53 now. So yeah, I was gonna say I was just looking at the screen and saw that was flashing. And so I think that took some over money there. I would need probably 54 to go in and under. Yeah, well, they're just listen. That's not the show that I'm. Although there might be one guy in that show that's worth a great fade. But I
made it 52, so I'm kind of neutral. I lean more Rutgers than anything in that game.
Yeah, I do as well.
Benjamin Rash, 1999. Can we finally back Biff? Also, BP, weird things happen in the desert at night. Supernatural, even. Yeah, we kind of think Charlotte is the right side there. I think they probably went outright.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't desert at night, supernatural even.
Arizona?
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I think that's where he was going with it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's happened. They haven't covered a damn game in Arizona this year. I'm just letting you know. They're terrible. Murph in the chat, BC outright, worth a dabble. No, but I would bet them ATS.
Me too. Yeah, no, I was waiting to see if that
best bet it.
I think this number's here. I got into an argument with a few and then some of the about Grayson James this week. I like him in this offense where all you have to do is hand it off and do a little play action. Do I think Grayson James is a great quarterback? No, I don't. But Castellanos was such a freaking disaster recently. He quit the team. I don't know where his head's at. He was 2 for 7 for 5 yards. I know he gives you more on the ground, but this, if Boston College had Davis Warren at quarterback, he'd be fine. You hand off, you got a great offensive line, you deliver the ball. This is as easy as it gets. So yeah, give me BC now at this.
All right. Yeah. BC SMU, Zach, let's pull it up. Let's best bet this 18.5. That's good.
Yeah. I agree with you. Want to tell me that 14, but to get now over 18,
he's not. Castellanos is not worth 4 or 5 points.
No.
He was benched for a reason, folks. And then we saw immediately BC's offense started moving the football. So with them out of there. So
I was gonna say, I don't agree with that strong of a move at all.
Bert Brownie's in the chat. Happy Friday, fellas. Right back at you, Bert. North Carolina -10. Do anything for us. Appreciate the show as always. I lean that way. I see a little bit of Wake Forest money came in, but I like what I've seen from North Carolina last couple games.
Me too. This North Carolina team who I was I'll probably never bet, barely bet them. That's another one on open that I really was upset that I missed.
Dude, you and me both, brother.
I think it came 8.
It was 8. I didn't. Yeah. I hit the button it was a different sports book. I hit the button, couldn't get it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was I would really love a 9.5.
What time's that game tomorrow? We maybe see it tomorrow for the show. Hey, what game are we doing tomorrow?
Oh yeah, is that big? So we got Texas, Arkansas, Clemson, Pitt, Ohio State, Northwestern, Utah, Colorado. Oh, this noon slate's not too bad actually. Of those 3,
let's if it's not too much work, Zach, and we should make it punishment for you. Can you make a quick poll and put up 3 or 4 of those games? And then we got a half hour of vote.
Yeah. What games do you want? You want Pitt,
Texas,
Clemson?
Arkansas, Clemson, Pitt, and Utah, Colorado. We can throw Ohio State, Northwestern out.
Got it.
Yeah. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate you, bud. That's the star, Zach. So we'll leave it up to you guys to chat. You guys vote on that for the next half hour. Whoever wins, that's the game we'll do. because I don't really have a preference. Maybe Texas, Arkansas, but we'll see what the chat says. Alex in the chat, I saw some money come in on Nebraska. Is that respected? I have Nebraska plus 8.5, but like it less now post OC change. Well, no, I hate Dana, but the OC was so bad that I don't think it's a negative. God, there's too many moving parts for me to be involved in that game. With the quarterback change at USC, the OC change at Nebraska, I'll say this. I'm going to watch it because I think there could be some value the next couple of weeks coming out of that game. It's probably a good game to live bet, but right now, your guess is as good as mine what that's going to look like.
Totally. I mean, I know Rail is going to go. You don't know how healthy he is. The moving parts you mentioned. Also, like, Nebraska's offense is going from, and we talked about this if you've been watching the show for a while, Wisconsin, when they went the big sea change, Dana's offense is a lot different than what Nebraska was running. So I don't know, like, how much is he going to try to install week one? How much is it? He seems, he's one of those, like, a complete, psycho narcissist. So my guess is he wants to run his system, right away. But how well is that going to go? I would expect, if gun to my head, I would lean over here because I'm going to expect Holgo's going to come out blazing with throwing the ball. So,
all right, over.
Yeah, that would be my lean. But that's, again, I wouldn't, not super confident. There's a lot of variance in terms of what you could see in this game.
Bob in the chat, any MACtion thoughts for next week, specifically the wagon wheel game, Akron, Kent State? I saw Akron, 10.5? Oof. I don't know if I can lay that with Akron. I got that like 11. So I got nothing on that. I can't bet Kent State right now.
I agree. Like, even though they covered, it was one of those, like, they scored an early scripted drive and then just held on by the skin of their teeth to not give up one more TD. I don't want to lay.
I mean, I don't want to lay double digits though with a bad team in Akron in a rivalry game. So that one, did I bet anything MACtion? I don't think I bet anything yet. MACtion.
Only thing we took early, took it with the franchise was the Buffalo Eastern over, but it was like 48.5 or something. Now it's 50.5.
All right.
But I didn't think either of those. Ohio Toledo should be great.
Whoa, Ohio outright.
Oh, dogs are barking, baby.
Yeah.
The Bobs are live.
Yeah,
I do think they're live.
Yeah, I do too.
But I would
not at 2.5.
Yeah, wait on that. See if we get all right. They're not that live. Shut up. So yeah. So yeah. If I would, that would be one. Be looking more for 3.5 there if it comes. So
agree. We'll wait on that one. I do. I want to bet Ohio, but not at 2.5. Eat that in the chat. Thoughts on UCLA, Florida, Temple. Of the bunch, probably UCLA for me, followed by Temple. I don't like Florida. I think Kelly has to rebound this week.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. I kind of like LSU, and you get Lagway kind of coming back off a little bit of an injury. I don't know how is he going to be efficient, accurate, all that stuff. So, yeah, I would lean the other way on that one. God, Temple. This Temple win total has been the bane of our. We need them to lose for the show. I know we talked about this Little Monday.
I think we need them to lose for the show because I think you and me bet 3.5, but I think we gave up. What did we give out on the show? 2.5.
Yeah.
We gotta learn our lesson on that.
Do we have that? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're in trouble. We need a loss. Their next two games will be really tough. They'll be double-digit underdogs, but so we'll be rooting for FAU there. Did you bet it this week?
I have not.
I think FAU opened. I want to say one at a couple bucks. That was one I didn't get to. Fancher out for the year. I think Herman might get fired. I'm rooting for FAU. I'm not. People ask me about hedge and win totals. I'm not too, just the Houston game tonight because I like Houston tonight. But more, I wait until honestly the last week and see what I got. If it comes down to it, and then I just decide because you can overthink yourself.
I totally agree with you. I don't. That's one. There's a friend on another show that's like a new friend on another show that used to be an enemy that talks about that all the time. He's really big into it. I don't do that. I don't really.
I don't do it until the final week. I just look
Yeah.
and see where I'm at. Okay,
Yeah.
do I need it? Can I see it? Is it like feasible for me to do it? Do I want to get off that position? I don't know. I just let it roll. And by letting it roll, I mean I'm going to have to owe you a big fat roll of money this year. Oh my God, I cannot believe how bad I was. Ridiculously bad. Speaking of ridiculously bad, a couple of teams that Charles is bringing up. I need to know how many points is too many for New Mexico State and Mercer. Interesting. I have not bet the Mercer Alabama game yet. I need a little bit higher there. I'm maybe interested in Mercer. New Mexico State, I'm not interested in really either one yet. Have you bet either game?
No. Oh, you know what? Took a little bit of, I think, over in the Mercer Alabama game with KF, but it was thin. It was real thin. I tell you, like the other. Do we want to do crossovers yet, or do we want to wait till tomorrow?
What time does the game start? I think we got time.
It's the Kentucky Murray State.
Yeah, I think that starts at what, like 2? I would. It's up to you.
You got anything in that one? I don't want to ruin it.
No. I got nothing.
We like the. I think the over in that one was.
All right.
Zach, is that? I know it's on FanDuel. Yeah,
it's up a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it did come up a little bit.
You're behind that. All right.
So at Murray State, they've just been giving up. Like, I mean, their defense. Murray State's been giving up almost that by themselves weekly in the FCS. So a little bit of that. I would at the current more of a lean.
All right. Yeah, I think that's one where Kentucky wants to get right. They want to put it on somebody. I could see that. I'm looking at this super chat. Daryl Winningham in the chat, $1.99, asking about a Kansas money line to play in that one, and then Michigan State, Illinois. The reason I'm looking at that is, do we want to give that out? It is part of Kansas's part of the.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Kansas is. This is a Kansas show, folks. Yeah, we're both.
Now let's just get to it.
We'll give it out. Do it early today because we've already named most of them.
Yeah, let's get to it. As far as the Moneyline parlay, the Joey K Moneyline parlay.
Joey K Moneyline lay. Hashtag probably round robin them. If you yeah. First one we talked about it on the show a few times. Charlotte, South Florida, kind of in a fade. So a good spot for Charlotte, off a little bit of a bye. I think they're kind of a bye team in this one. So again, bet them in the spread, put them in the money line. Cincinnati. This is one. Ooh. God damn it. Someone big whale hit Cincy early because I was planning to give that out on the show. Hit Cincy earlier. I'm in full Iowa State.
Big whale is in his body size or his
no, I would say
money size.
Sharp guy that's been betting some of this Friday stuff. Hit some Cincinnati, and I agree. I liked that play a lot. Put them in the money line. I think they're very live in that game. I'm totally out on Iowa State. We just mentioned Kansas there. Liked them ATS. Think BYU total. BYU hanging on by a thread in this conference. And Kansas just got healthy, is playing incredible football. So that's one. I mean, Kansas could be a spoiler this week, could be a spoiler next week for it's Colorado. Yeah. So yeah, they're a dangerous team here down the stretch. And last one, a little bit juicy for this late in the season.
Oh wow.
I threw FIU in there. I mean, this Jacksonville State defense is so freaking bad. They escape on an Hail Mary last week. FIU, again, they haven't played. They've had I think last game was, let me make sure, October 29th. They smashed New Mexico State. Jenkins had 338 and 14. I think they're really live. And I don't usually play this juicy dogs late in the season, but Conference USA, FIU, that kind of number, I had to throw them in. So
Wow, 65-1. This is the week I hope it hits.
I was gonna say if there was a week, pray for
Yeah.
us this week. Do you? You know what? As we transition in, did you? I know the number's down now. It opened up. Oh my god, it opened up. Did you do anything in that FIU Jacksonville State game?
I bet the other side. Yeah.
You're on the Jag. Oh,
Yeah.
the game. I was gonna call it the Jag.
Not one of my favorite plays. I just thought it was going to 14. Guess what? BP was wrong again on that one. So yeah, I got nothing. So I don't. I'm not going to sit here and say let's go head to head. I'm rooting for it. We need that thing to one of those to cash, preferably when it's 65-1 and not 20-1. So all right, there we go. Definitely love Kansas. Definitely can see Charlotte, and we'll see on the other ones. I thought Cincinnati was going to be the play too this week, so that's interesting that that did get hit. That moved quickly the other day. Cam in the chat, Cam Combs going to the Arkansas Horns game in the morning. Any value on the Razorbacks money line? $5 pizza bet maybe. I did bet Arkansas this week. I like them. Don't like them at current though.
You were out way ahead of the Arkansas move. I mean, it moved in, and it's kept going in that direction. Yeah,
BP's okay sometimes. Kyle in the chat, first time. Yeah, pizza bet on Arkansas. Would I be stunned if they beat Texas? No, I actually wouldn't. So who has Texas played? I mean, Texas can be got in the playoffs when we get there. And we'll see in a couple weeks when they go to Kyle Field. Kyle Moore.
Second half, we didn't talk Sparty, Illinois. That guy, the second half of the question.
Yeah.
Out of it.
I like
you
Sparty.
You're more bullish on this one than me.
Yeah, I like Sparty, but I like the number. I gave it out 3.5, man.
I know.
Yeah, come on, man. You do. You know this. It's all about numbers.
Yeah, you think Aiden Childs should be good to go, yeah?
Yeah, I've read he's good to go. Now, because I know you deep dive those teams. They got some injuries in the secondary. Illinois got a couple wide receivers that might scare me a little bit. Statistically, Michigan State's better. They played the tougher schedule. Both off a bye. I trust Jonathan Smith more off a bye. Last time they were off a bye, they beat Iowa. So there you go. And I like the number when I gave it out. It was 3.5. You gonna argue with me on 3.5 when it's 2.5 now? Come on. The total in the 40s. Get out of here. Kyle in the chat. First time catching the show live after 2 years. Bless up. Well, we appreciate you, Kyle. Thanks for checking us out live. Hopefully we're better live than on tape delay.
Yeah,
Trevor in the chat, Trevor Troiner in the chat, Wisconsin plus 14. I can't get there. I don't like this Wisconsin team.
I'm a little bit more bullish on it than you probably.
You want to go head to head? Where are we at here? 14.
Whoa!
Look at that.
I mean, at 14, you want to go head to head?
No, I made it 14.
All right.
You like it? Are you? Because I've seen a little whispers out there of Wisconsin money.
Yeah, I played a little, not a huge position or anything. Played a little 14.5.
Okay. That I understand why you did that. Trip in the chat, Virginia, Notre Dame. Tent likes Virginia. I can't get there, man. I'm just being honest.
At the 23-24s, I can see it where he played. I couldn't do it now. So yeah, I think if you wanted it,
7 in front of this Notre Dame team, because the thing is they run offense when they put the backups in. They keep throwing because they want to get a good look on quarterback situation for next year. So, no, this will be the week they lose outright. But I mean they're rolling along here. Joseph in the chat, love your show from Vancouver. Well, we love you, Joseph, in completely healthy way. make a pick on the big Grey Cup game on Sunday. I don't even know who's playing.
You don't know Argos Bombers, baby. Bombers are a huge favorite for a championship game. Zach, you got anything on the Argo? I honestly, no. I've been out.
No, So Money on the show this morning, he does bet CFL. He gave on Edgework at the end. Winnipeg first half -5.5. That was his best bet.
First half.
Yeah. The Argos quarterback, their starting quarterback, who Chad Kelly, he snapped his tibia.
Yeah, that was that gruesome injury where he snapped his leg.
Yeah, not good.
Who's the backup now for the Argos?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. I know Chad Kelly's the quarterback, and that's it. The stadium is right there. It's a 5-minute walk from where I live. And I have no clue. Not a clue.
Wow.
Argos depth chart. Man, oh man. This is the only type of stuff you get on HDB, baby. I think it's and if this is updated, it's Nick Arbuckle, who I do remember it was him, and then he pulled it out in the semifinal. So I think he's been in the CFL for a while. I hate myself for knowing that, but yeah, Nick Arbuckle. Nick Arbuckle. I can tell you what, gun to my head, I take the points. Arbuckle Nation, Toronto, fuck the Bombers.
There you go. That is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. CFL, Joey Knish. DJ Wedge in the chat. Gamecocks still liking them laying 14. I think they're probably the play. They probably blow out Missouri, but I wouldn't lay 14.
The chef is back cooking this week, I think.
You think Brady Cook's back?
There's been some whispers.
Okay.
I think he's going to try and give it a go.
I'll tell you how I'll attack it. If he gives it a go, I'll wait for the line to come down. I'm gonna bet South Carolina because I would not come back against that South Carolina defensive front.
Do you want to? We played a little game of year at FanDuel. You want to put that best?
You want to put that out to the masses? Okay, Zach, go to the game of the years at FanDuel. You'll scroll down to the very bottom. It's a game involving South Carolina. I think it'll be under the game of the years. It might be just in the games, but it'll be at the very bottom, no matter what. It's South Carolina, Clemson. I still like it. They're going to win the game.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, Zach put it in 4.5. I think you're getting the better team here with 4.5 points. And you can say, maybe give Clemson a little home fieldness, but I think that I agree with you. 4.5, sprinkle some money line. That I would say that closes 2.5.
Agree. Love that. That was all you on that one. Good catch by you seeing that one. Because they don't have too many games. That was the only game they have up for that weekend, right?
Yeah, I think. They might have. I think they put back Michigan, Ohio State. We don't have to talk about that one.
Yeah, what's that? 21.
It's 20.5. Yeah. So.
No, and
I'm gonna
about 10 or whatever.
I've got some great Michigan Game of the Year tickets. If you like negative CLV for sale, so DMs are open. We might get a little discount.
Oh my God, that's funny. All right, best bet. That's Thanksgiving weekend. I love it. South Carolina beats them. I love this South Carolina team. Step on a duck. Love Air Force this week, guys. Spill it. I did bet Air Force this week. Am I running to bet? What is it? 3 now? No, but Oregon State's a pure fade.
Yeah, I agree. They suck.
I can't bet it at 2.5 now. You know that was 7.
Yeah, I'm with you, Doug. If you got the 3 or better, I would be with you. 2.5 can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, they best performance this season last week. You would hope that a Surface Academy doesn't wave the white flag ever. Doesn't look like they have. So they got that nice big cover last week. An outright win over Fresno. Garrett in the chat, are Georgia's issues fixable? Good spot for them, but I hate Beck. Yeah, I mean, they're fixable. We've seen it. We've seen them. Did you see the second half against Clemson? Did you see them against Texas? They play like that. And I mean, they're fine. I like them
on the total in that game.
Under. I was told to wait,
Okay.
but I'm a little fired up about it, to be honest with you, because I thought, I think the under money's going to come in. We got to go. And no, wait till Nico gets ruled in, and then it'll go up, and then we'll go under. Well, that's never materialized. I like the under.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I think that's the best number left.
47.5?
Yeah.
Under.
Yeah.
Best bet.
Let's go with it. Even I agree. I played a little early because I agree. Same thing. Are you expecting it to come back? I think this is a dead nuts under game.
Yeah, Totally agree. There we go. Best bet. Another one. Boom. Under. At least now I got action on it. Man, am I fired up not giving. That was 48.5 for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, we got to go. We got to go. I was told not to go. We will have discussions on that tonight. Ja Rule in the chat. Montana State -7.5 at UC Davis and to win the FCS title. I mean, Montana State is playing well. They're covering machine.
Yeah.
I mean, I still only have them 3, though, in my power ratings. I mean, I still have South Dakota State, North Dakota State ahead of them, but it's a tough game. UC Davis, I got 5th in my power ratings.
Yeah, I was going to say, UC Davis. I have a very annoying UC Davis friend.
I didn't put that in. Remember on Saturday last week? I said
know.
UC Davis.
Yeah.
I kind of like UC Davis. I don't put that in, Zach. They fucking kill Montana outright. So
that's gonna be a tough back-to-back for UCD, but I don't really.
Tell you what, did you? But I mean, there's only a few games up. I think at FanDuel last I checked.
Yeah,
I'm on I made the game 8, so no value there.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was fair. I haven't seen. It'll probably be in a week or two. The actual FCS title odds will come back.
I've seen some at other networks, we'll call it, other books, but I think we'll see what UC Davis does today, but I think it's 4 teams that are clearly separated. South Dakota State, North Dakota State, Montana State, and South Dakota is really good too. Keep an eye on the Coyotes. Smooth Jimmy Apollo in the chat. Great show as always, guys. Thoughts on Q's +10? Air Force, we already talked about. I certainly lean Q's +10.
Yeah, I'd lean that way too. I haven't gotten to the window yet on that one.
No, I haven't. Why? Yeah, I'm greedy. I think, boy, if it's 10, can we get 10.5?
Yeah.
Pull that game up, Zach. It's Syracuse. Oh my God, what's with that? Did it move during the show? It was 10 this morning.
I didn't. Little market move there. Yeah, I was trying to. No, that I was going to say that is there's 10s around.
Okay. Well, you can't. If you want, we love FanDuel, but if you do not bet Syracuse at FanDuel, if you're looking, I'd certainly lean +10. What time is that game? Is that later? We'll talk about that one tomorrow.
3 p.m. tomorrow. So
you guys want a 10 or you want to wait till tomorrow? There's enough. I'm not trying to put pressure. I just want to tell you that it's there.
Leave it up to,
I'll let you think about it. You
the silence.
If you're home, your cat.
Nah, silence is deafening there.
Yeah,
I'm a bet, not a best bet.
All right. Yep. But yeah, I would say.
I mean, they're kind of seems like a high variance game. I can see them getting blown out. Unique travel all the way across the country. I think it's the first time they're doing it. So Cal's lost a bunch of close games. Yeah, let's not lean that way. Keep it rolling here. A lot of chat. Oh, my bad. There we go. Utah +11.5 as a potential.
Does Utah have a quarterback left on the roster?
Are they going back to Wilson or where are they going?
Well, I heard he might be under the weather.
Then no.
I don't know.
Colorado.
Honestly,
Colorado's
I don't know.
The play. Colorado's the play whether he plays or not. So Colorado for me.
Who?
Wilson out. Mike. Huh.
Yeah,
if he's out, then that's not reflected. Because that would be their 4th-string guy then.
I was gonna say it legit. I don't even. Is it?
All right, I gotta look into this then.
Is it Sam?
No, I thought he hit the portal. Did look at the chat? Didn't Heward hit the portal?
Oh yeah. Who's left?
Tim in the chat. Cam Rising game time decision.
Wow. Yeah, I honestly don't even know because I've seen the Wilson stuff, but I don't know who Utah's throwing out there.
Yeah. I gotta look into that then. I don't know who it is. Heward. I don't think it's Heward. I thought he hit the portal already. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's already hit the portal twice already. Maybe it's not. Yeah, right. Alex in the chat. Rose is out for the season. Played last week. You want to put in Wilson under just for if he's sick? I mean, the worst case,
I mean,
it's, he gets.
I kind of, like, I don't hate it. I'll put it. I mean, worst case, I like the number, like kind of like lean the under on that prop anyway.
Yeah, let's go under there. Let's do that. Because at worst case, it gets avoided. All right. 10 a.m. start time. That's a wild one. I like the under. You like the full game?
They locked it up on us.
Yeah. There we go. Do you like the full game under? I'm worried. Here's what I'm worried about. Just Utah's just doesn't show, and Colorado's like throwing it, and they're
that's come down about 3 points now.
All right, never mind. All right, I agree. There we go. We got a little bit on it before they locked us out. Rutgers, the right side. This from Anthony. Waiting for a +6. I don't think we're going to see it again. We did see it earlier, but it got bought up. Fade Air Force with the Beavers. No, we're more on Air Force there. We back on the Fighting Brian Kelly's. I am. I like LSU this week.
Do you think because it's mostly 3.5 across the board?
Lagway's probably going to play. Didn't Mr. Muscle say that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that concurs.
I've been waiting to see if threes flash.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask.
So let's just wait. That's a 3:30 game. We'll wait for we'll put that one for tomorrow. I'm going to tell you though, well, if threes flash before the show tomorrow, the old tout service is giving out LSU -3 if it gets there. Tim in the chat, Portnoy offers 10.5 million for Underwood. Crazy. I don't think it's some other guys other than Portnoy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's like it was a combination of people, and apparently it's not enough. We said it a little bit on the show. Don't get me started on this. I just think the kid wanted to like the whole time. He just wanted to go to LSU. Wants to play in that passing offense, all that stuff. So, and it's not like LSU's not going to pay him. So, yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow for the.
So who do you go after now?
I mean, supposedly they're going hot and heavy in the portal, but we'll see.
I heard CJ Carr.
Oh, see.
I laughed at it. There's your buddy Scam Web.
To me, I'm not that. Underwood is like a generational prospect and type of thing. CJ Carr can kind of take it or leave it.
I think you need some experience. You need a
proven
commodity with what you got. I'm going to tell you what you got. I would even say, I know the Underwood, 10.5 million. We need that throughout the roster instead of paying for a freshman quarterback. I need to win fucking games next year. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take that 10 million, spread it out. I need 10 guys. So that's how bad it is. Uh-oh.
No, the dog's bark. I know dog's bark. I think Strone's gone too. But no, I agree. Like they need a big revamp. So, yes, and I don't think Bryce Underwood year one.
Not going to do it. They need coaching. They need to pay. They got to get rid of half the coaching staff. There's issues. Reich's in the chat, 999 super chat. What's your take on Louisiana Tech? La Tech, Western Kentucky over 52.5. Texas -11.5. Texas offense too much for Arkansas to keep up. I'm more on Arkansas, but it's starting to get too cheap. Where I hear you on Texas. That La Tech Western Kentucky. Why is that only 52.5? Who gave that out? I feel like that's down. Is that down? No, that's about where it's been all week.
Yeah, no, it's.
Oh no, it opened 49.5. I'm looking. Yeah, I lean over.
Yeah, I would lean that way too. And for people asking, like the future that was going to give out conference future, which unfortunately I think the price got a little beat up. FanDuel had Zach. What are Conference USA futures? Because speaking of West Kentucky, they had. Yeah, unfortunately, it got a little beat up due to some people will remain nameless. But I think Western
Partners?
team favorite. I think Western Kentucky should be now, as you said. They were like 130. Jacksonville State was 110. If you can find Western Kentucky at any better price than Jacksonville State, call it 115 or better, I would play them to win because I think they're better than Jacksonville State, and both teams are kind of in a collision course here. Western Kentucky does have Liberty, I think, remaining, but ask little VP about Liberty.
I hate Liberty. We got
and
UMass.
they play each other at Western Kentucky the last game of the season.
That's what I was looking.
So if that's one of those, like, if they need to win, they might boot Jackson. They could boot Jacksonville State out of the title game with that. So yeah, I think Western Kentucky is going to win that conference.
Cree in the chat, Liberty fade. Speaking of that, yep, we did fade. We gave out on Monday. UMass best bet, even though the quarterback's out. That's how much we hate Liberty. Action Sports Central, yep, UMass. Keith Landry, Hawaii. Not at current.
No, me neither. I feel like you're buying the top on Hawaii after the last few weeks for this week. So yeah, I can't get there at the current number.
Brad, what is your, there we go, 2.5, 60.5. Kyle in the chat, best team total, Pitt. Yeah, I certainly like Pitt under 20.5. Let's let that market open up tomorrow a little bit. So that'll be tomorrow's show. I'll have an idea. I've been pretty good at these team totals. We'll have one tomorrow. I just wanted to be a little more liquid market. But I will say this for the question that you asked, Pittsburgh under 20.5 is in the mix. That offense against Clemson's defense. Let's recap unless you got something else, man.
No, I think that was good to roll. I don't think I had any other ones.
What about do you like Washington State? That was 10, and I concurred with the 10.
Yeah, I would definitely lean that way. I didn't think got in other than that, but I would agree with that.
There's some look if you're looking into injuries, and I got to look at this Wilson stuff after the show, but New Mexico's really banged up in the secondary.
Yeah, Washington State's been offensive.
But let's see where that's a later one. There's been a lot of love for New Mexico this week because they're thinking backdoor. Let's see what the public does with that one tomorrow. But yeah, it's a go at 10. Wilson out on the screen. Partners had it early.
I feel like there's the viewers watching the show. There's some what you call moles in here from around the.
Yeah, this is funny. Wow, it just happened. That's great. Well, whoever had that's gonna be a blowout. Did you bet it while we're live? I should have bet it while we're live. I'm an idiot. Total idiot. Let's go to the best bets.
Joey
Pucks
didn't get back to me. I am sorry. You know what? R-Dub tomorrow, Saturday. I have one for you.
Or watch Edge work. Come on.
Oh yeah, or you could watch Edge work. Well, Boise, San Jose State wanted to ask you.
San Jose for me.
Me too. At 14.5.
Do it. Pull that one up, Zach.
That was maybe
Boise,
a late
San Jose
adder.
State. If we got 14.5, it's good.
Yeah, we got it. Fire
Boom.
it off.
Another bet. See, this is why you guys hold on to the very end. You guys exit the show. You better stay with us. There's a good best bet. Love that bet.
Yep.
Look at you. Yep. Glad we got that one. Let's recap best bets. By the sounds of it, looks like we're going to have 3 or 4 tomorrow. So tonight we got Wyoming, Colorado State. We gave that out right now on this show. Got a little bit of CLV. You guys bet with us. Isaac Wilson's going to get voided. Did we cause that? People start looking into that. So that's funny. Kudos for the chat for that one. UMass plus 14.5, a little bit of CLV. That was from Monday's show. Sam Houston, the double dip there. Hopefully it's not a double loser, but there's some CLV there to say the least. And that should not have fired the coach. BC plus 18.5, a Like that one. Baylor. Oh, we never talked about this.
Oh, yeah. Your boy Green, I think, is some guy on Twitter has been trolling me all week about it. I still like Baylor. I'm doubling it. Guess what? Green, if he gets officially ruled in, I can even get a better number. I'm doubling down. How about that?
Yeah,
And
but I did say on the show, I said, let's wait a little bit. You're like, no, let's go. So when Baylor wins by 1 or 2, well, that's going to be a good Monday show. I can tell you that, because I'm going to ask Zach to pull up the tape and we can do a little little cut up. Are you sure you want to go? All right. I do like Baylor though, too. I like Baylor quite a bit. So under 47.5, Tennessee, Georgia, like that. Kansas plus 3.5. That was a Monday show. Love that one. South Carolina, that's coming up. Texas A&M. I think both them games are live coming up in future weeks. I don't think Texas A&M is a good number though. I think that's
that won't close good. So yeah, because I think I saw it was back up at like 9.5.
Yep. And Zach, make sure did I see San Jose State? Did we put that in there?
It's added in right now.
All right, you the man. Look at you. Welcome back, Zach. You know, we give you a hard time, buddy, but we do miss you whenever you miss the show. And it does show when you're not here.
It shows. It definitely shows. I tell you that.
All right. I got nothing else.
Jake, I'm going to be on in his NBA live show, cursing him out.
So final projections for tonight. You got Jake Paul.
God, I hope Tyson wins. Paul, if you listen, Paul with the wallet, Tyson with the heart.
All right, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I just like him to catch him like with something. Just that would be nice. Really would be. I would agree with your sentiment there. That is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. We appreciate all you guys for your questions, comments, concerns, super chats. We love them. Keep them coming. Zach, we love you, Zach. Thanks for being back, buddy. I'm merely Brad Powers. You just watch Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you tomorrow. Oh, hold on. What's the game?
Oh!
What's the game, Zach? I give Zach all this love, and he doesn't even interrupt me on this.
What's the game?
Texas, Arkansas. It's Texas, Arkansas. We got 52% on that one, 34% Utah, Colorado, and finally 14% on Clemson, Pitt.
All right, there we go. Yeah. You're supposed to interrupt me on that, man. I guess we'll see Jacob tomorrow. Jacob tomorrow will be with us on the show. We just fired Zach. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Texas, Arkansas halftime. See you then.